Welcome back, guys. This is King of Weebs here, and this is what if Naruto was in the Anbu part 5. This is going to be a really long what if or part because I want to finish the series as fast as possible. I want to finish all the older series so I can keep on going with my newer series. You know how I do it, and so I'm probably going to do what if Naruto was in the Anbu and what if Naruto had Todoroki's quirk first, and then I'll keep going with the others. And so last time we left off with Naruto versing Kabuto, well, you know, the Orochimaru fight, and Naruto and Jiraiya bringing back Tsunade to the Leaf Village. After she's brought back to the Leaf Village, basically Naruto is basically becomes Chunin. Yes, Tsunade wants to make Naruto Chunin since she saw how strong he is, and she found out that he used. Oh, sorry. He found out that she found out that he used to be in the Anbu and that he was actually pretty ruthless, but now he's not as ruthless, and he actually knows the Rasengan, and he made his own technique called the purple lightning, which is like the Chidori, just a bit weaker. Well, not a bit weaker, it's actually a lot weaker, but it's actually easier to use for other people, so others could learn it as long as Naruto teaches them, of course. And I'll say now is when now basically Tsunade heals Kakashi. Kakashi says, "Oh, hello there," and Tsunade's like, "Yes, hello." And basically they have a pretty awkward moment since they didn't Kakashi doesn't really know, but he thanks her and she goes off to heal Sasuke. And Naruto's next to Sasuke since he was in their team, and Sakura's there as well. Sasuke is healed, he wakes up, and basically he's just there sitting while the others leave except for Naruto and Sakura. And basically Sasuke, I'll say the next day, Naruto and Sakura come back to visit Sasuke, and Sasuke's just pissed off that because he just found out that Naruto, not only did he go up against Orochimaru and his sidekick and beat them, but he even got the 5th Hokage for the village, so he is pissed, and they still have their fight, but this time Naruto is a lot stronger. But I wouldn't say he's at full strength since he did just have his fight against Orochimaru 2 days ago. I know he had a lot of time, 2 days to heal, but I'll say that Naruto isn't fully healed yet. And basically, once he's fighting, he's kind of on par with Sasuke, even though he's way stronger. I'll say Sasuke is on par with Naruto, an injured Naruto, and basically he's able to keep up. But if this was the real Naruto, well, at full strength, he'd be able to beat him with ease. And also now Naruto basically, well, they're about to have the clash, but in the end Kakashi comes in and still stops them, and he gives the speech to Sasuke because Sasuke is still his student, and Sasuke gets tied up. And now basically the Sound Force still come, and basically the Sound Force do still offer Sasuke to join the join Orochimaru and become stronger, and they will give him power, so he joins them. And in the end the same things happen here, so Naruto basically Sasuke leaving the village, and then the Sasuke retrieval team is set up. So Naruto and the others, Naruto and the Sasuke retrieval arc, so Shikamaru, Choji, Neji, and Shikamaru, Choji, Neji, Naruto, and Kiba, and also Akamaru if you count him in, and they're gone off to fight, to fight the Sound Force and get Sasuke back. Sorry guys, I spaced out there. So basically what happens here is pretty much the same except for the Kimimaro versus Naruto fight. Naruto's he's at full strength now because he got a 3rd day to rest, and he's fighting Kimimaro on kind of on par with him. He's actually a bit stronger than Kimimaro when Kimimaro is not in his curse mark state, and Kimimaro realizes that if he keeps going like this, Naruto will get the upper hand since he is ill and Naruto is stronger than his base. So he's about to go into his curse mark 1 state, and then Lee comes in, kicks him, and he gets stopped from going to curse mark 1, and basically Lee kicked the air out of his out of him, and he can barely breathe right now, and he's struggling to keep up with them. And Lee basically tells Naruto, you go ahead, I'll take care of him. And Naruto says thank you, Lee, and he leaves to go find Sasuke. Naruto in the end finds Sasuke at the Valley of the End, and they still have their clash, but this time Naruto is a bit more tired. He's a lot tired because of the Kimimaro fight, since Kimimaro had to go all out on his base, while fighting Naruto, while in the original he was holding back, even though he was ill. If he wasn't ill and going all out, Naruto would have definitely died, even this Naruto, but since he was ill, he was able to take on Kimimaro. But Naruto is pretty tired, but he is like, he has the same amount of strength as the original Naruto right now because he's tired, and he does still kind of use lightning release on Sasuke to paralyze him a few times, but it doesn't work. It's futile since Sasuke is basically, I'll say Sasuke got an immunity thanks to his Curse Mark 2 state, and Naruto still goes into his one-tailed form, and they still have their clash with the Vermilion Rasengan and Sasuke's Chidori. And in the end, Sasuke still wins because Naruto was more injured and more tired than him, since he was just resting in a bloody tube thing, in a basket. What is the accent? Basket. Yeah, in a basket. Yeah, and whilst Naruto was chasing the Soundful, fighting them, and then fighting Kimimaro, and also he just had a big fight against Kabuto, which nearly killed him. And by the way, some people might be thinking, how did he beat Kabuto? So how did he barely beat Kabuto but literally nearly destroy Kimimaro? Remember that Naruto was barely, he barely got up. As soon as he got up, he had to go to find Tsunade. Tsunade healed his injuries, but they weren't fully healed yet, because even if you get treatment, you won't get healed straight away. That's why in the fight against Orochimaru, it was a bit harder for Naruto to keep up, but in the end they still won. And this time Naruto does still go back to the village, and that's pretty much for the the first part of Naruto. And now we're going to Shippuden. Naruto still goes for the 1 year and 2. Damn, I cannot read today. 2.5 year journey or training with Jiraiya, and he learns a lot more. He is developing a new type of Rasengan with his wind affinity, wind nature, and basically he develops the wind Rasengan, and also he has mastered the lightning Rasengan, the vanishing one. He calls the vanishing Rasengan since he vanishes out of nowhere. And Jiraiya did master Sage Mode as well, since Naruto did find out and told him to master it because he wants to fight Jiraiya at his full potential and at full power. And of course he got pummeled, even with Naruto knowing all these the Wind Star Rasengan. He knows the Water Star Rasengan. It's like the Water Prison Rasengan and the Water Neo Rasengan. I already said them in all the what ifs, and he knows them. And Jiraiya knows them as well, since Jiraiya has 4 chakra natures except for lightning. So he knows the Earth Rasengan, which makes it a Spike Ball Rasengan. So he knows the Spike Ball Rasengan, the Fire Rasengan, not the Vanish Rasengan, I'm saying the Wind Rasengan, but he doesn't know the Wind Rasen Shuriken, because they're still developing it. That's the thing that they've been stuck on for the past 6 months. In 2 years they were mostly training Taijutsu and Sage Mode. Naruto knows the basics of Sage Mode, but he cannot go into it. He's like the imperfect Sage, but he can use if he has Ma and Pa with him, he can basically use imperfect sage mode, the sage mode that Jiraiya used, but of course he's going to master it by the end of the series. But anyways, by the way, just saying, Naruto is not completely the normal Naruto, so this story is not the same. He's still cold inside. The only people he acts normal around is Shikamaru, Choji, Kakashi, Tsunade, and let me repeat that. Shikamaru, Choji, Kakashi, Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Shizune. So those are the only few people that know how Naruto really is. And I'll say Shino. Oh wait, I forgot. Shino. Shino and Hinata, they're his friends too, so he acts normal around them. But everyone else, even Sakura, because he doesn't know about Sakura becoming stronger yet, he will still act cold to her until he sees that she is actually trying her best and becoming stronger, and she's a really good healer. But anyways, now we go back to the village, and also I forgot to mention he's normal around Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro, since he likes them. He thinks he respects Gaara because Gaara's like a brother to him. Like, he had to go through the same treatment that he did a few years ago. And now we skip to when Naruto arrives to the Leaf Village. He is greeted by Kakashi and Sakura. He doesn't know about Konohamaru, since he never met Konohamaru. If I never mentioned that, there's no point of mentioning that right now. It's irrelevant. I'll still say that Konohamaru found out about Naruto and wants to train with him or something, and he does still meet up with him sometimes, but not as many times as in the original, even though it wasn't many times. And anyways, so Naruto has arrived, and they still take the bell test again, even though last time they passed. Kakashi wants to see their progress, and this time Naruto is able to work with Sakura much better, since Sakura is more useful, and he takes the bells they take the bells in, I'll say, half an hour, and Kakashi is actually impressed by that, because last time it took them like nearly 2 hours, since like one and a half hours, or well, most of the time was just them hiding and Naruto trying to convince them. Anyways, so now we go to the Gaara arc. So basically, the Leaf is informed that the Sand got attacked by 2 Akatsuki members, and Gaara got captured, and Naruto wants to head out straight away, but then Tsunade stops him and says, we need to make a team. And Naruto's like, we don't have the time for this. And basically Tsunade's like, we have to. You can't go alone. You're a target as well. If they see you alone, they might be able to capture you. And Naruto's like, they won't. I've trained hard enough. And he's about to head off until Kakashi arrives and says, son, you need to listen to her. We need a team and a plan. And Naruto accepts the fact that he has to listen to them, and he basically waits like I'll say like maybe 1 hour or 2, so the team is made, and it's basically Team 7, just the 3 of them. And I'll say this time Sai is put in Team 7 much earlier, so Sai goes as well, and Yamato was meant to go, but then Yamato got held up, so he said, I can't go, and basically them 3 headed out, and they still meet Temari on the way. And when they arrive to the Sand Village, Team Guy is dispatched to go back up Team Kakashi. So Team Kakashi Sakura does still heal Kankuro first, and Naruto is really impressed by Sakura's healing, and he says, "Whoa, Sakura, that was really impressive. I never knew you'd learn this much." And Sakura's like, "I had to train because I don't want the same. I don't want the same thing happening again." What, guys? I don't know what I'm saying. I meant she said, "I don't want to see." Oh my days! I'm reading my script wrong. Sorry, guys. She says, I don't want to be useless like 2 years ago. And Naruto respects that, and they head off to find Gaara. They find him in like a few hours, but that's by those 3 hours, I said few, but I meant 3. By the way, to get to the Sand Village takes 2 days, and Naruto took it like 1.5 because, well, their team took 1.5 since they were actually really skilled now. And I'll say that they spent 1.5 days making the antidote and preparing themselves. So once they arrive, so Gaara is already dead, and basically here the fight pretty much goes the same. So Naruto heads out with Kakashi and Sai this time, basically because Lady Chio and Sakura say, Sai, go with Kakashi sensei, you don't know what could happen to Naruto, because Sai knows some sealing techniques, and it might be easier for him since they know that he has the skill of he has the super beast scroll. And Chio and Sakura have their fight, and this time Sakura is a lot stronger. Remember, in the training exams I said that Sakura was called useless by Naruto. He said that you're useless, you're not doing anything, you don't I don't know why you're in this team. And basically she took that to heart. She started training a lot earlier in taijutsu mostly, but no one knew about that. But she still drew it, you know, because she's just weak. And no way, she started training after the match against Ino, because she realized that she couldn't even beat Ino, and she wants to become stronger to protect her as well, to not allow anyone to make fun of her, and to make Naruto acknowledge her strength. So she's a lot stronger, and they go through the puppets a lot quicker. And Sasori is in a really bad situation, even though he did poison Sakura and they used their last antidote. He still gave up and decided to just let them win. So this fight kind of goes similar, just as Sakura. It's a bit faster. So while Naruto, Sai, and well, Naruto is literally annihilating Deidara's explosions. He's literally flicking them away. Well, they explode on him, he's taking damage, but he gets healed really fast by the Nine Tails' chakra. And Naruto is still conscious, just saying. In his training he did learn how to control the one and two tails cloak, but he's not able to control the third tail. So as soon as the third tail arrives, Kakashi uses body flicker to go in front of Naruto and put a chakra stealing tag on his forehead, and he tells Sai keep going for Deidara, while he's carrying Naruto on his back and he's preparing a jutsu. So basically he prepares the Kamui and he uses the Kamui on Deidara, and Deidara just gives up. So this was literally the same thing, just with Sai in it. And I'll say that Sai wasn't done, so basically he didn't want to let Deidara get away like this. So he basically drew a I'll say a dragon. Yes, a dragon, and he followed Deidara. And I'll say that Deidara lost half of his, well, I'll say one arm and one leg. So he was literally on one leg and one arm, and Toby had to carry him to the hideout. So you know that happens, and the fight against Deidara and Sasuke still happens. Just that Deidara this time he has to use his C4 explosion much earlier. And wait, was it C4? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was C4. I don't remember. That fight was irrelevant to me. And now we go, while this was all happening, Asuma and Team Asuma did go up against the Hidan and Kakuzu, and I'll say that it was actually a much closer fight from the get-go, since Choji, Ino, and Shikamaru did train a lot after. Well, Choji and Shikamaru got influenced by Naruto's training schedule, and that Naruto kept training so hard that they didn't want to fall behind him, just because they had a little friendly rivalry. Not like Sasuke and Naruto, or like someone like Ino and Sakura. Like if one of them gets on top of each other, like they will try to kill each other, while them are like just a bit friendly. They're alright by falling back, but not too far back that they can never reach a level near them. So they always stay a bit behind Naruto because they just can't be asked training. That's why that was their flaw. And I'll say that Asuma didn't die here. I'll say that the reinforcements actually came on time, unlike in the original, which like yeah, we're coming, we're coming. Asuma dies. Hey, bro, we're here, bro. We're here. Where they at? And then they see the dead body. I'm like, sick. What was the actual point? You should have just left them there. And I'll say the reinforcements came earlier, and Team Asuma was a lot stronger. Team 10, by the way, if you guys didn't know what I was talking about, they were a lot stronger. So it wasn't as it wasn't as far apart from the original. Just that, no, what am I saying? Today has been a bad day for me. I'll say that it was a lot closer, and Asuma nearly died until the reinforcements came, and basically Kakuzu said, "I don't want to fight yet." He didn't want to show his true strength, so they retreated. And I'll say that basically Asuma still tried to kill Hidan, but then he realized that Hidan's pretty much immortal, and they went back to the Leaf Village. And this time, Team 10 is not depressed, and they take like a week or two, a week break, while Naruto has mastered the Wind Style Rasengan, Wind Style Rasen Shuriken with Kakashi and Yamato, and Sai kind of helped by making puppets, well, not puppets, like beasts, so Naruto can try them. And Naruto did change Sai in the Sasuke arc, you know, that little arc that happens in the bridge, and yeah, that still happened with Yamato, and that one completely the same, because it happens right after Naruto came back, and Naruto was really drained, and I'll see like a day later Naruto wasn't rested enough, even though he has a lot of chakra. I'll say Naruto isn't rested yet, and he still went to find Sasuke, but they flopped. And once they come back, basically, instead of just Team 10 with Kakashi goes, Team 10 goes, Asuma goes, Naruto, Yamato, Sai, and Sakura go. So it was basically a team of 7 people, and it was literally to annihilate or even bring back someone from the Akatsuki, but that never happened. Naruto basically, with the help of Yamato and Kakashi, he was able to beat Kakuzu much quicker, and Asuma and Shikamaru, they went off to the forest, and Shikamaru did tell his plan to Asuma. In the end, they were able to beat him, and that's the end of this arc. I know it was really fast, but I'll say that Naruto used a few new jutsus that he learned, like the Wind Gale Pump. Well, he already knew the Wind Gale Pump. This time he used the water clones instead. So once they got hit and they turned into water, there would be water around Kakuzu, and it would be easier to electrocute him, instead of actually literally showing that you're literally trying to electrocute them. Instead of using the water shockwave and then the lightning stream, instead of doing the combo move, he actually used a different type of technique. He used the water clones to make a lot of water clones, like 100, and Kakuzu literally plowed through them. But then he realized he effed up, and Naruto clone literally did I'll say that if you were Naruto's lightning clones, and Kakashi was really impressed by this technique and says, "That's my boy." And basically, once the water clones were destroyed and the lightning clones were destroyed, they all electrocuted Kakuzu, and that just gave enough time for Naruto to annihilate the hell out of Kakuzu, and you know, that thing happened. So, and in the Shikamaru versus Asuma fight, I'll say that Shikamaru did pretty much the same things, but just that Asuma acting like a diversion. So he wouldn't attack Shikamaru while he was preparing his technique, his plan, and that went the same. And in the end, he died. Well, he didn't die, he actually got buried alive, and he was going to die out of malnutrition. So I don't even understand why Kabuto didn't go back to that. I don't think he knew, but if Toby knew, he should have told, or whatever. Too many things. Anyways, so now, while this was all happening, Sasuke decided to kill Orochimaru, because remember, Sasuke willingly accepted Orochimaru asking for his body, because he knew Orochimaru was stronger, but he said, "I will give you my body after I kill Itachi." But then, now that he realizes that he is stronger than Orochimaru, and Orochimaru is weaker than him, he says, "Nah, I ain't giving my body to him. He's weaker than me. Before he used to be stronger." And he just kills him. Well, kills him in quotation marks, basically, because he doesn't kill him. He's immortal, fam. And, well, technically immortal. I think he can die out of old age. I don't know. Anyways, so he basically thinks he's, well, Sasuke thinks he's dead, and he leaves with Team. So Team Heavy still goes to fight, Itachi, and they get stopped by Kisame, and Kisame says only Sasuke is allowed to go further. And this Sasuke is a lot stronger because he knew Naruto was stronger than him, just that he was tired, so he trained a lot harder. I'll say instead of killing 1,000 people a day, he killed like 3,000. I don't even know how Orochimaru got all these people, but yeah. So yeah, so Sasuke still fights Itachi, but Itachi has a harder time because he's literally blind. He has an illness that takes away his chakra, and he can't breathe properly. And he's literally not trying to kill Sasuke. He let him out of the Tsukuyomi, and Sasuke is going all out just to kill him. So he was completely handicapped, and in the end, Sasuke kills Itachi, quote unquote kills, but in fact, and Sasuke still uses his Kirin. This time it's a bigger Kirin, and I'll say that Sasuke, instead of just adding fire style, just using lightning style, he uses fire style in the Kirin. So basically, the Kirin has a fiery mouth inside. So outside it's basically blue lightning, but when the Kirin opens its mouth, it's literally all red. It's like hellfire in there. And as soon as he hit the ground, not only did it cause an explosion, but there was fire and lightning. There was electric fire everywhere. And Itachi's like, pretty good move, little brother. But of course he used the Yata mirror because the Yata mirror can block any ninjutsu, any chakra nature, except for taijutsu. If you're my guy, you can break through it. That's it. If you're not my guy, you can't, unless you're Hokage Naruto or Wandering Ninja Sasuke. But anyway, so that happened, and while this was all happening, Jiraiya still talks to Tsunade about him finding out the location of the Akatsuki leader, and he still goes and they still make the bet. But this is where I'm going to end it off. I know it was pretty short, but I am trying to make 2 videos a day again, because I've been making 1 video a day for the past like 4 days, and I realized my channel isn't growing as fast as it used to. So I want to try to get back into that routine. I'm less tired now. Ramadan is about to finish, and I'm really grateful for getting 850 subscribers today. Come on, boys, let's try to get to 950. My friend asked me, how many subscribers do you think you'll get by the end of May? I said 950, I believe. And I believe we can get even further. I believe we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. If we can do that, I will be doing a giveaway. I will literally buy the gift cards, even though I'm in quarantine. I'll buy the gift cards, anything. I will be doing a giveaway, and also when I get to 1,000 subscribers, but you'll have to work for the giveaway. Whoever wins the best, or I will be doing an art competition in my Discord server. You have to join my Discord server to enter the giveaway, because you need to know, and also be subscribed, because you need to post your things on Discord. And whoever the top maybe 3 or 4, I'll decide later on a later date. The top 3 best artists will be getting a reward. And anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Also, please join my Discord, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, all link in the description, and also sub to Retreat and Miniman provides me with this gameplay every time on every one of my videos, so I don't get copyright strike. And Retreat always has made my Discord server, always helps me when I need help, and he is one of the people who upload, well, he is the only one who actually uploaded a video for me. Well, basically, well, not a video, he uploaded a few videos for me, since my internet is really bad. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. This is the King of Weebs here, and peace.